Hey everyone, my name is Randy, and I'll be studying at Korea University in the spring of 2021 through an exchange program. And I think that the reason why I'm making this video is to help the fall 2021 students. And after that, I think this video will be irrelevant to other students because with the slow rollout of the vaccines, I think this will roll into the fall of 2021 students. And I want to show you my experience that I have to go through the extra steps that to take and keep all that into consideration. First thing I want to say is the amount of stress that was put into applying for this program. I say at the end of it, it's worth it. Thinking back, I was really like I had second thoughts on applying to the program or going through the program because one, the pandemic is going on and it's very stressful. Thinking that one, is the program going to go through, or two, even if it goes through, what will it be like over there? I didn't find any reference videos of other Korean students or Korea exchange students making this video, making these type of videos to inform new students. So I wanted to make this video to inform new students or students, prospecting students. And I had a lot of things going through my mind. I had to think about like, if it's gonna be online classes, we gotta stay inside. The whole like 14-day quarantine was the first thing that's gonna happen to you. And then what would it be like to be in the 14-day quarantine? Will you be okay doing the 14-day quarantine? And then after that is when you get to your dorm. It's like the whole like what would happen when you get off the plane. The moment you get off the plane and you arrive in South Korea, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna walk us through this? How are we gonna get quarantined? Who's gonna put us down? Like how are they gonna transport us to a containment facility or whatever it is? And then once after the 14-day quarantine, what are we expecting? Are we studying online? Which is yes, that we're studying online. Are we allowed to leave the dorm? Are we able to experience the student life in Korea? And also, will it be slightly altered because of all the precaution right now that South Korea is taking right now? So there won't be a lot of people on the street or the whole social distancing. So it was a lot of things. And I also, for this semester that I'm going in for the spring 2021, also late night extracurricular activities that they had planned, they also canceled. So I'm not sure if that will apply for the fall of 2021 students. But that was really important, and that actually put off some of my friends that are also applied to the program. They weren't sure if they wanted to go through the program because there's so many, like the activities was canceled, and they don't think that many of the places are opened up to the public anymore because of COVID. And being stuck in the dorm, they're afraid that it'll be the same thing as us studying in the United States in our dorms if we were at the campus. So it was a lot of things you have to take into consideration, and also the fact on top of that is we're in a pandemic right now. Do you want to risk getting COVID? That was the biggest question. That was the biggest question mark that all my friends that applied and everyone in the group chat had to consider prior to applying. And talking with the group chat and talking to individuals, I asked them like what was their thought process aside from taking precautions and being very like careful with everything. We all agreed that we knew the risk, we knew the possibility we can get COVID, and basically we are just YOLOing this. We are going all in because most of the students that are going are seniors, and they don't want to give up the opportunity of studying abroad because once spring 2021 ends, they are graduating, so they don't have the opportunity to be an undergrad, at Korea University or any Korea universities at all. So a lot of them went through with the hurdles and decide they want to take the chance and they want to take the risk to apply, and that is something that you have to consider in your life prior to applying, because COVID is a serious thing and it should not be taken lightly, obviously, and that's something you should take full consideration. Another thing that has put a little strain on me is you have to really consider like what stuff should I pack, because usually when pre-COVID, the only thing you're thinking about is packing clothes and like stuff like that you need to study abroad. But now all the students have to think about packing like gloves. Gloves, sanitizer, mask, or COVID. I'm sorry, and KN95 mask, and like some people bring face shields. I'm bringing face shields, and actually I heard some students are willing to bring hazmat suits too, just to protect themselves. A lot of students were kind of stressed about this, but the visa application takes about 14 to 15 days before they can give an answer to you, which most likely they will accept your application if everything was filled out properly. We had to keep checking the application status because we were kind of nervous that the application had an issue with it or it will be rejected. But as long as you have all the proper paperwork in the PCR, a negative test, it should be good to go. And that was something that was on my mind. I was checking the application like every single day, but finally we got accepted, and they gave us the visa that we needed. Program itself, depending on which program you're in, the rules may be different, but one extra thing that I had to take, or I had to do, was the whole PCR COVID test, and that was an extra step to that. So you have to take 2 PCR tests, one before you go to the consulate, which is the appointment that you're supposed to book now. In the past, you can go into the consulate without an appointment, or that's what I've experienced. I was able to walk into the consulate, I think it was like prior to January, I believe, and you didn't need an appointment. But right now, the second time I went, I need to book an appointment. You only need to go one time, but I kind of messed up my application like back in December, so I need to redo everything. So anyway, you have to book an appointment, starting January and on going forward. So I'm not sure if that will apply to you, but for me, I had to book an appointment, get there, give them the PCR negative results. It has to be good for 72 hours, and then your application. We had to take a TB test, which is the tuberculosis test. You need to take that test prior to a certain date. I don't know what day will be for everyone else, but for us, it was in January, like 1st to 15th. So we had to take the tuberculosis test within that time frame. So I went with the blood test, and you need to consider that taking your test as well. And that was an extra thing that you need to do to upload to your program advisor, so they can help you with that. But they need that result prior to departure. And the last thing you need to consider is all the Zoom calls that you'll be taking part of. Now, prior to or pre-COVID, I'm not sure, I'm sure the Zoom calls were more about like the program itself and like how to behave and all that stuff. But like with the pandemic going on, the Zoom calls that I attended was mandatory. It was all about staying safe, and safety is the first priority thing. And how to keep safe, the resources that they provided us. I had to go through like I think 2 or 3 Zoom calls. So if you have a busy schedule, be expected that you gotta set aside those specific dates. You can subscribe below, because I will be doing ongoing updates of what's it like to be living in South Korea and studying at Korea University. So if you wanna like that and subscribe this video, this will help me a lot. I'm just doing this to update prospective students that are planning to study for the fall 2021. I'm doing this because I wasn't able to find any videos pertaining to South Korea program with the pandemic going on. The videos that I found so far was more about like Korea University life and a lot of vlogging. But I was looking for references to what to expect prior to departure, and I couldn't find a video about that. I found videos of other students talking about it, but for other countries. I hope you enjoy your time. Bye.